So my mother-in-law's house flooded pretty badly during Hurricane Helene.
A catastrophic Category 4 flooding hotel lobbies, businesses, and homes.
And even though my wife and I are in the middle of a road trip to figure out where in the United States we want to live, we decided to drop everything, come down here to Sarasota, Florida to lend a hand. The only problem is I have no idea what I'm doing.
Man, this is disgusting. Oh yeah, there's already mold growing here.
Whoa. So this week we are going on the journey to discover what the heck you're supposed to do if your house floods.
The insulation is wet right to where we thought.
And although it was a hot and dirty job, we managed to fit in a couple laughs.
Just sitting on the toilet, taking out drywall.
Now, my wife is pregnant and is busy watching our 2-year-old daughter, so her sister, Giovanna, came into town to help out as well, and the two of us set off on the very first step of this project, which was to the hardware store.
Okay, so we are at Lowe's, and we just got 2 shopping carts full of stuff. Gee, you feeling ready?
I will after a big coffee.
Yeah.
It was crazy how most of the people in Lowe's that day were all buying the same items, and I was impressed by how prepared the store was for the massive onrush of customers looking to repair their flood-damaged homes.
The house is a little bit of a disaster. There's stuff everywhere. A lot of this stuff has got to be thrown away. We got to kind of inspect a lot of it to see if it can be salvaged. There's 2 floors to the house, like there's 2 levels. So there's everything that way, and that's about 12 inches higher than this whole room. Luckily, everything above these steps was only under about 7 inches of water. So like the outlets all made it. They didn't get wet or submerged. Everything below here, and you can actually see right here, like the outlets are below the water line. What we're thinking is we're going to have to remove the first 24 inches of all of the sheetrock in the entire house so that the studs and everything can dry out and we can just get rid of the bad sheetrock. So we're gonna start here in the master bedroom. G-Dog, G-Money, and I are getting ready. I think we're gonna start with this wall. I have watched a lot of YouTube videos today on how to do a flood cut on sheetrock. I think we kind of know what we're doing.
Or we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
Now, most residential walls in the US are made of a wood frame, with the outside covered in a weatherproofed material and the inside covered in drywall, aka sheetrock. This material is pretty amazing. It's relatively lightweight, easy to cut and install, fire resistant, helps with soundproofing, and provides a smooth, paintable surface. But it is not weatherproof, and when it's submerged in water during a flood, it absorbs the moisture, causing it to soften and become weak. It then also becomes a breeding ground for mold. And at the same time, the wood frame and insulation within the wall becomes soaking wet, and since that space is basically sealed off by the drywall, a very serious mold infestation can occur in just a few days. So the solution is to make flood cuts. We mark a straight line a good distance above the level of the floodwaters.
Okay, hold it there. Cool.
Ooh.
We cut the drywall along that line and remove all the drywall and insulation below that line. This way we remove all the bad drywall and we can give the wood frames a chance to dry out before installing new drywall.
There, you wanna have at it? Okay, G, this is where you make your life complete. Oh, you got a stud. Don't.
And it recoiled. That was so sad.
I don't think you need to hit as hard as you think.
Why isn't it giving? I feel like there's something there.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, hello.
Whoa! It's a door to Narnia!
I was like, surely there's a
Holy
reason.
there's a freaking door there. Theo, you had a door in your wall.
Looks like it's in good shape.
Yeah. It's a nice door.
Wait, no. Is it this door?
Oh, that's what it is. Uh-oh.
Oh, can you open?
We just banged the shit out of your door, Theo. Oh my God, that makes so much more sense. Well, to be honest, I feel a lot less intimidated about this project now, you know? It's like, that's it. We do that again and again and again and again and again and again.
Although this process is pretty tedious and labor intensive, it's also just really satisfying to hit a wall with a hammer.
Gio, excellent work. Yeah, and so you can see the insulation is wet right to where we thought, about 7 inches. well below the outlets, so that's great. But yeah, like these studs are certainly wet, so I think this is just in time. Hopefully we should be able to prevent any mold growing. We just had an electrician show up, super helpful guy, and he was able to get the air conditioning running. So I'm gonna run around and close everything so we can get it to cool down in here and dehumidify. And then, yeah, we'll just have the manual laborer keep removing drywall.
Ooh, that's soggy.
That is gross.
Feels like I'm just cutting through like cotton candy.
Just then, a neighbor came by to tell us that FEMA might be coming soon to pick up all the trash and debris that was piled out in the street. So we quickly switched gears to get all the broken appliances and ruined furniture out to that pile.
Yeah. Okay, whenever you guys are ready, go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, slow. Whoa, there's water. Yeah, I might just let it drain.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can see why this fridge was shot. Wow, it stinks too.
Nice. Gee. Careful, there's this random shell lamp and a puddle, saltwater puddle.
Don't make me laugh when I'm lifting. Jordan, look.
Yeah.
Life is better at the beach.
Life is certainly better at the beach. Wouldn't you say, Sio?
Absolutely.
Life is just
It is.
wonderful at the
It's
beach.
just peachy.
So I can be known for making light of what is at times a very serious situation. And at the risk of coming across a little insensitive, I find that, humor and like an overtly positive outlook is something that I can bring to the table to help alleviate some of the stress and frustration that accompanies any disaster like this. But my lighthearted approach aside, I do think that disasters like this can be traumatizing. And I think that therapy can be really helpful for a lot of people to be able to process that trauma. That's why I highly recommend the sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. BetterHelp can connect you to a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. You can do it all from your phone or computer via phone call, messaging, or video chat, whatever is most comfortable for you. So if you're struggling and think you might benefit from a therapy session, make sure you click the link in the description below or go to betterhelp.com/Atticus to get 10% off your first month of therapy.
So I think we are calling it quits for tonight. We did good, made a lot of progress. We get the thumbs up from G. But yeah, so we got the air conditioning working, a lot of the electrical working, which is all very good because we can like close the house tonight. And then we got all the tools and all of the like equipment and PPE that we need to do the job. And then we made our first 2 flood cuts, which to me look good. So we got 2 down and 60 to go, maybe 60. And not only that, but there's parts where like cabinetry needs to get removed. Like some of it, I don't even know how we're gonna do it, but it's gonna wait till tomorrow. All right, the runner has arrived. Oh wow, you got some good
Got you
ones.
some bins, yeah. I had to drive like 30 minutes south to get these.
Yeah, we've been to like 3 different stores and they were all sold out of large bins. So everyone in this area is going through the same thing where they need to get everything out of their house all of a sudden.
Oh, nice work belt, bud.
Dude, isn't that sick?
I bet you feel powerful.
I know. A lot of the water had sewage in it. So we're kind of treating the whole house, this whole area, as like kind of a biohazard area. So it just, Isabella's not coming here. So Desiree's been the runner / since we dramatically changed our plans, she's been like rescheduling campgrounds, medical appointments for her, medical appointments for Isabella, like all kinds of stuff. So Desiree is working behind the scenes.
I need like a laptop and headset,
Is that the fault?
Well, I will wait for you at home, have a nice big meal ready for you guys, and good luck.
Okay, thank you. Love you.
Love you.
So now that we had the process down, it was just a matter of doing it again and again and again and again.
Oh, dude, G, check it.
Very nice, very nice. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yes, Jordan. Wow.
All right, so we got reinforcements. Fletch dog is in the house. Can we see your muscles? Which way is the beach? Nice. Yeah, nice. Somewhere. Behind me.
Take out that aggression, Fletch.
Dude, nice. Why'd Fletcher go to the hospital? I punched his stud. Oh, nice.
Look at that big piece.
Good one. Just sitting on the toilet, taking out drywall. Hey, what's up, Fletch? Hey, Gio, what do we have in the fridge?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's take a look.
All right, we have absolutely nothing.
Nothing, okay. All right, so now we have the Mac Daddy drywall cutting tool. We're not messing around anymore.
No,
Show us how it works, G.
you're gonna get blasted with
All right,
dust.
bring it.
Unfortunately, we discovered that a lot of the interior walls were finished with a stucco texture, which not only is going to make repairing these walls more difficult, but also makes cutting the drywall with a utility knife a lot harder. So we started using this 3-inch cutoff saw, which made very quick work of cutting through the stucco, but it also made a huge amount of dust.
Man, this is dusty.
And as a disclaimer, it wasn't until the next day that we learned that these walls could have contained some asbestos, which is really bad for your lungs. So I would highly recommend that people wear respirators when doing this kind of work, which we do later on in the video.
She can cook, she works, she handles power tools.
And you can crow. What we got going on over here, gang?
Little coffee and ice cream break.
Yeah. Need
We're
some
all
energy.
just taking our spoons and going right into this ice cream.
And what are we drinking here?
Ice latte.
And they gave us extra of them. Extra drinks. Yeah, I can't speak.
Yeah, it's been a long day. I was just telling them, like, every action I take, I like stare at it for a couple seconds and just think about it, you know? But yeah, it's hitting the spot.
Nothing like some 6 p.m. coffee.
Yeah, I know. This is the way to do construction right here.
The next couple days went by in a blur. We had the process down and we were getting pretty quick, but certain aspects of the job, like removing the trim from around the doors and windows, really just slowed down the process. But section by section, we marked, hammered, and cleaned over and over again.
Okay, that was day 3.
What day is today?
Day 4. Made a lot of progress, and our friend Kevin is playing at a local bar here in Siesta Key. It's like the first time that they're kind of like doing fun stuff on the island since the devastation began. So we're gonna unwind, have a couple non-alcs like the cool kids. That's what we're gonna do. I'm very tired, man. That was a tiring one.
Thank you all again for coming on down, because we know we all been kind of struggling or taking up floors and sheetrock, and as long as we're helping each other, that's what it's all about. Thanks, guys.
What are you guys doing?
Fletch stepped on a nail that went through his shoes that he was wearing, and it broke skin, so I gotta clean it out.
Can you get the other foot too?
Yeah, while you're at it.
I've never been between his toes before.
So I feel like this is one of the most insidious things about the damage caused by a flood. There's just so many things that you can't fix or remove without destroying it. This whole kitchen cabinetry only had water up to like 7 inches, so barely any part of it was submerged. But the parts that need to be replaced can't access them without destroying them. Like this Lazy Susan was assembled before it was installed, and there's no way that we could remove each section modularly without removing the granite, and we're not going to be able to remove the granite without destroying it. And so basically, in an attempt to salvage the granite and to access the drywall behind these cabinets, I'm just gonna have to like destroy this Lazy Susan and then like cut out sections behind this kitchen cabinetry. And that's assuming that we can salvage this kitchen cabinetry at all. Okay, so what is today, G? Today is day
5 of work.
Today is day 5 of work, and we have successfully flood cut basically all the walls in the house, which is amazing. What do you have to say for yourself, G?
I feel pretty good because I feel like I learned something this week.
Yeah?
And hopefully my own house doesn't flood, but
I would know how to start the
You're
process.
prepared.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that we did it in such a small amount of time. I mean, like 5 days. Wow.
Efficiency. It's my middle name.
That's weird because mine's Danger. Wouldn't know what that's like. All right, Fletch. Good work, dude.
Yeah, life's better at the beach.
Life's better at the beach, bro. See you. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, end of day 5. Time to get out of here.
So when it comes to repairing a flood damaged house, the only time sensitive element is that you get everything to dry out before the mold starts to set in. And so after 5 days of work, we have successfully made all of the flood cuts throughout the house. And we've also sprayed the insides of the walls with like an anti-mold solution. So basically, mission accomplished. We have successfully kept mold from growing after this flood. And so the next phase of the project is going to be putting everything back together again. So putting in new drywall and mudding it so that it doesn't look like there was ever a repair done there. And that is going to be done by professionals. I mean, basically we came down here because after a hurricane, all of the contractors are busy. Like you can't get anybody to do anything for a while. So we came down here to basically take the pressure off of them, do the time sensitive jobs, and now they can take their time finding the right people to finish this project. So it's time for us to head back up to North Carolina so that we can continue our journey to figure out where we're gonna live.
See what's going on outside. What's Grandpa and Dad doing, huh?
We are putting up hurricane shutters because there is a hurricane on the way. I can't believe it. Yeah, so it's gonna be a Hurricane Milton. They're calling for it to be a Category 3, and right now they've got it making landfall like right around here. So unfortunately, I think we're heading out of here tomorrow because there's no point in us just being here for it.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are packing up, ready to hit the road, and everyone just got a text message saying that zones A and B are under a mandatory evacuation, which CEO's house is zone A, my folks' house is zone B, so now they're getting ready to head out as well. Man, what a stressful time. So we're actually heading back up to North Carolina just because there's nothing else we can do here. Our parents all have places to stay to get out of this area, so nothing to do now but just cross our fingers and you know, hope that this area doesn't get too heavily affected. Okay, bye, CEO.
Bye. Be careful, okay?
Okay, you too.
Good luck with hurricane number 2.
Oh, God. How many hurricanes are you going to bring us this way?
All right, big guy. How do you feel?
Nervous. We're gonna go a little more inland, so that'll be good, but concerned about the house.
So this is my folks' Florida room, and it's normally beautiful because it's 3 walls of windows looking out on their beautiful backyard. So I feel like it's very fitting that the Florida room has hurricane shutters. It's like living in southern Florida comes at a cost. Okay, God, what a stressful situation.
Yeah. He says back there, just like piled in with a bunch of stuff. I wonder when our life will return to any sense of normalcy, you know? Oh man, long car day.
Dude, we've been on the road for 7 hours. We've hardly made it any distance at all. The estimated remaining time on the trip has almost not changed all day. It's saying it'll take us 6 hours and 20 minutes to get there. When we left 7 hours ago, it said 7 hours and 40 minutes. So we've knocked off an hour and 40 minutes over the course of 7 hours. Oh my God.
I can't believe it. It's 2 a.m. We've been in the car for 15 hours. I accidentally fell asleep and I woke up to Jordan just going while he was driving. Yeah, there's a lot less traffic now. Feels like we've made our way out of the craziness.
After spending the night at Giovanna's house in Atlanta, we hit the road the next morning to head back to Bryson City, North Carolina, where we left our trailer so that we could continue the road trip and the search for our new home.
Oh my God. I passed it. The trailer looks great. Glad to be back to the trailer, but there's so many unknowns. Like, are we gonna have to go right back down there? Now the hurricane's supposed to hit like tonight, Sarasota. And yeah, we were hoping it would kind of go one way or the other, but it looks like it's gonna nail Sarasota as a Category 5. And we tried to get our parents to like leave that area unsuccessfully. They're gonna
see what it's like to be nailed in the face by a Category 5 hurricane. So I'm anxious. Our life in 24 hours or 36 hours could look very different one way or the other.
The tragic aftermath of Milton coming into focus.
And you can see how intense the winds are.
More than 2 million people in Florida remain without power.
This is just horrific.